Okay.
Hits. Roll damage. That's piercing element damage, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you hit the skeleton right in the fourth vertebra down, and just the whole thing collapses. The arrow just takes the vertebra out with it, and the skeleton looks down in surprise and then crumbles into a pile of bones.
Is the Jewish grave positioned closer to the mouth? How is the,
It is slightly closer to the mouth. It's basically a grave every 5 feet in like this big 5x5 grid, more or less. And you guys have blasted like 3 chunks of it, but just because of the way that the Venn diagram works, the Jewish grave was left out.
Oh man.
Sure.
Our listeners have no context.
Listeners?
Alright, so it's your turn, Tom?
Yeah, I guess the decision is to blow up the rest of those,
You could blow up all but one, and we could just take a bone attack for a while we huck bones over towards the mouth.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Matt, let me blow up 7 of those goyim.
No, these are non-goyim.
That's what a goyim is, right? I thought a goyim was
Goyim are not-
Gentile. It's Gentile.
No, goyim and Gentile are the same.
Whatever.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
we don't have time
Alright.
for this.
Blast some Gentiles.
Goys are non-Jews.
Wait,
For this.
yeah,
So you're trying to hit all, but you're trying to leave one.
yeah, we
Is
don't
that-
want
trying to
this
leave
mouth to
one or
shut
two.
off. This gold
Like, I'm not
suck.
sure if I can position.
All right.
it correctly,
You
but I
can,
saw
yeah.
something. Okay.
You actually will have to leave 2 graves up,
That's
just
fine.
because of the way it works.
That's kind of what I figured. I will leave 2 graves up. So we can just
Okay.
continue to farm.
Roll damage, please. Still enough. You blow up let's see. You left 2 alive, which is a total of 6. So you blow up the 20. You blow up the 20 remaining skeletons,
Mhm.
sending their bones skittering and scattering about the room. And shattering the graves, causing them to emit a ghastly wail, the face to get a little bit sadder, and a puff of purple smoke.
How sad would you say the face looks at this point?
The face looks mournful at this point.
I see. And now it is the skeleton's turn?
Now it is the skeleton's turn. There are 2 skeletons remaining, and they throw at Sean. God bless them. Fuck me, that's not 2d20. 1 hit,
Patink.
2 damage.
Okay, so I can both move and hit with my spirit weapon as a bonus action, right?
That is correct.
You sure know. I'm gonna smash the one of the remaining graves with my spiritual weapon, which I will totally remember how to do. Just roll d20 plus 4 plus 4. 15. Does that smash the remaining grave?
It smashes, yes.
And then, does it look to my strong dwarven brain that my strong dwarven arms could just spend my action hucking as many bones as possible towards that mouth?
Yeah, you could probably, just using your hands, you could probably huck 1 skeleton's worth of bones towards the mouth. Are you going to take the bones from the fallen skeletons or from the skeleton pile, the bone pile?
Which is closer? I assume I'm just surrounded by bones at this point from them getting fire blasted.
Yes, the fallen skeleton bones are closer.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Does this seem stupid, Tom? Is this a waste of my time, do you think?
I think that it's either the solution to the puzzle or stupid.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a skeleton's worth of bones at the mouth.
Great. You just kind of toss them towards the mouth, and they sail across the room and land on the floor in front of the mouth.
Yes.
All right. All done?
Yes.
Okay. The grave generates another skeleton. Total of 3 living skeletons still. The mouth vacuum turns on. It sucks up all the bones in front of it. And there is the quiet jingle of a few coins. Roll perception, John, and then it will be Keller's turn.
Doing so slowly. I do this all the time.
Great. You note that the purple irises of the wall monster grow nearly imperceptibly larger as it sucks up a skeleton's worth of bones. Keller's turn.
Do y'all think maybe it won't shut off when we kill the graves and then we can just go put all the bones by it?
It'd be nice.
I mean, we got less gold from this one, right?
Yeah. But
So,
there was also only one skeleton in front of it versus possibly more from a group of skellies being crushed near.
Oh, I thought it was just like some random bones.
Matt, did the one that Keller shot across the get sucked up, or was it too far away?
It was too far away.
Okay, we definitely have to carry the skeletons to the mouth in some fashion.
Okay, let's just smash all the graves and then hope, because we're burning a lot of time. And
That's true. We're spending time here.
yeah.
So there are 2 skeletons left? Is that correct?
That's correct.
So I'm just gonna shoot one. I'm gonna longbow one.
Pew! Tom?
I'm gonna call one of them a dweeb.
It dies. From the longbow,
Okay.
not from the vicious mockery. It doesn't die from the vicious mockery. I don't think skeletons take psychic damage. The skeleton throws one of its ribs back at you like a boomerang, Tom. Hit. I don't know why, but I rolled a real life d20 for that one. 3 damage.
Okay.
I respect it.
I can't get hit by many more bones.
It's you, John Bone.
I've heard a lot.
I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon to smash the last grave.
Go ahead.
God.
12 hits a grave. You smash the grave. Face sad, purple, gentle shrieking noise.
Cool. Does the face then suck?
The face sucks. There's nothing for it to suck up. It just gets some dirt and stuff.
All right, boys, let's
Keller.
get these bones into that.
Hey,
face.
there's still one skeleton left.
I'm gonna longbow
Keller,
the
it's
last
your turn.
skeleton.
All right, that's a hit. Kills it. All right, you kill the last skeleton.
Turn to yell at the group as the arrow whizzes past my shoulder. Right. Thank you. Hell yeah. So should we get to fucking dog digging these bones over towards that mouth?
We're still in combat, right?
Nope, you're out of combat. We're out of
Okay, yeah,
order.
let's just haul bones.
Let's scoop them bones.
All right.
Yeah.
So, John, the nearest thing to you now is one of the piles of bones that the skeletons were getting animated out of. So you can probably carry like a skeleton and a half worth of bones in your 2 arms.
Tom, do you have anything that would speed this process up significantly?
A
No.
broom?
Okay. Is there like a wheelbarrow around?
The area outside of the graveyard is obscured by fog.
Go investigate the fog.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, Tom goes to investigate the fog.
I'll go. I'll go check.
And meanwhile, I'll be carrying a skeleton and a half of bones over.
Okay. And then you dance spryly away, knowing that in 8 seconds the thing's gonna suck, and you don't want to be in front of it when it sucks.
Stay to the side of it.
It sucks up the bones from the bone pile in front of the grave that were never animated, and just churns and grinds and spits out nothing but powder.
All right.
Huh. That's
Meanwhile, Lazarus Bigsby pushes forward through the fog and finds a dingy old shovel, several more non-magical graves, and a door with a bony clasped hands reaching from other sides, holding it shut.
I will grab. Is there anything written on the gravestones, Matt?
Yeah. Fred Durst
Uh-huh.
and Roger Federer.
I knew it.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the shovel over to my boys. Maybe that will help them make it go faster.
The
Can I walk over and percept the face?
Sure.
by the way, guys,
Um,
these mundane bones did not turn into gold coins.
You see the glimmer of some mechanism deep within the mouth. You note the purplish glow on the eyes, Keller, is similar to the purplish glow of the necromantic energy that popped out of the graves. You also note that the irises are ever so slightly wider than they were when before anything got sucked into it. Also, there's lying on the ground in front of it.
There's what? Sorry.
6 gold coins lying on the ground.
Oh, right.
Zoop, zoop, zoop. Do you pick those up, Keller, by any chance?
Yes.
There's just John skittering like the girl from The Ring.
So, should we, all three of us, start moving the non-mundane bones? Because this is clearly doing something interesting with those irises.
Hey, you think we can pop the eyes with all these magic bones?
I'm sure quivering to find out. Also,
We might have been able to. Oh, Matt, the ones that I fucking blasted with a fireball, are they still littered around the room? Or
Yes.
are they like
Put it around the room.
Okay, I'm gonna just start going around picking those up.
same.
All right. Lazarus, give me perception.
You got a hey, Cyril or whatever the fuck. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Cham.
Sam.
Sham, Narwhal,
can you guide
don't get
me?
it wrong again. That's fine,
Don't
I'm
get
kidding,
it
I'm
twisted.
kidding. What do you need?
Guidance, please.
Yeah, I absolutely am always guiding you, even when you think I'm not.
That's
You
21.
you note the faint lingering of violet heat magics on the bones that were once animated.
Perfect. Scoop them up.
So you guys work to gather the bones and dump them in front of the mouth. It takes roughly the amount of time it took for us to narrate all this horse shit. Minus the fact that the fight only took 1/50th of the time it took. And each time you leap, yes, you're at an hour and a half. You leap out of the way of the mouth as it sucks, and each time it sucks up more and more purple bones, the irises get a little bit thicker. I believe 53 skeletons total spawned. After you've fed 45 to the mouth, it has spit out 90 more gold. I'm sorry, not 90 more. Don't say that. 84 more gold. And you notice the irises are just about to eclipse the eyeball. And like, so that it's all purple instead of really being perceptible as an eye. And Qrow notices perception rolls, makes a perception roll. Fuck me. Qrow notices, stops for a moment and says, you know, whatever Qrow says when he wants you guys to stop for a moment.
Hey,
and
listen.
peers into the mechanism. Qrow, you can see deep beyond the grinding gears that have been like grinding up the bones. There is a hulking silhouette of a figure that has slowly been being formed throughout your task, but it's not quite done.
Hulking as in quite large.
Quite large, 10 foot tall.
Oh, a boss.
Spikes and spooky stuff.
Well, we're getting gold out of this, so I feel like at the end of this is probably an even bigger pile of gold. Why don't I heal up anyone what needs it, and we
Oh,
can
Yeah,
get
heal
out
up
of this.
fatties.
I needs it, please.
I bet you do. Let me just remember my spells.
Can you channel?
Can I what?
Channel only brings someone up to half, right?
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna need to do a mass healing word. Which, let me see if that's even enough. That would be 1d4 plus 8 is potentially 12, plus my, plus 2 plus 3 plus another 5. and when I cast a spell of first level or higher, and I would also heal quite a bunch. Is that enough for you? 5 plus 1d4 plus 8 plus... That's it. That's 13 plus a d4.
That will help.
Uh,
I'd say I'm about halfway dead.
yeah, I see that.
I got one foot in the grave there, Cham.
My other option is... What is this? 1d8. Guess this spell. Oh, why don't I just cast a Mass Healing Word at level 4 or 5? You want like a level 5 Mass Healing Word for an extra 2d4? That doesn't seem worth.
That doesn't seem worth.
I can use a Mass Healing Word and then also give you some juice with a Cure Wounds.
I mean, I could also just drink some healing potions. and
Oh,
rock.
yeah. I also have a ton of healing potions.
Yeah, why don't we consume those first?
I'm gonna use a... Why don't I use a Mass Healing Word first? Because then there's no chance of it over healing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna Mass Healing Word at level 3.
You healing me too?
Yeah, yes. So what do I have to do here? I roll a d4, Matt. 1 backslash... backslash... Sorry. Backslash roll 1d4 plus 8 is my spell attack bonus, so that's what I use, right? Or do I use my... No,
Your
I use 4
spellcasting
plus 4.
ability modifier is your wisdom bonus.
Yeah, so plus 4 plus 2 from my...
Blessed healer ability?
Yeah, it's actually 5 since this is a level 3. So everybody heals for 12, and since I'm healing 2 other people, I think I can use my Blessed Healer to also gain 2 plus the spell's level twice, right?
You only get it once.
Okay, so I gain 17 and everybody else gains 12?
I think you would... Yes, that sounds right. Yeah, your Blessed Healer thing is binary. You either cast a spell that heals someone other than you, or you didn't.
Okay, so I go up to 73, and then I'm gonna drink some potions. Yeah, same.
Pot up. Glorp, glorp.
Wait, it's a d6? I thought it was a d4.
It's 2d4 plus 2. Which I rolled a 1 and a 2 on my 2d4. Ain't that some shit?
I'm gonna drink 2 of them and gain 12, because why the fuck not?
That's right.
Alright, I'm good now. And I subtract 2
I'll take
potions of
another one.
healing. Taking me down to only 75 pounds of weight. I never fucking liked these potions of healing. They taste like Dodongo do. Speaking of Dodongo, let's keep feeding this motherfucker.
Yep. Keep chucking bones into there, Matt.
Oh, yep. You have 8 more bones to chuck in, and so you get 16 gold back. But once you have reached 50 bones chucked in, which is the same time you chuck all those 8 bones in. So anyway, you get 16 gold. The mouth's eyes roll back, and it slowly starts to yawn open. As the fog washes away and clears, leaving you guys in this dirty underground catacomb. As the mouth stretches open, revealing a hulking monstrosity of bone and steel.
Hell yeah. Is it
Hell yeah.
awake?
After the mouth finishes opening, the creature's gigantic mammoth-like skull clicks up. Its every movement clicks. It's a skeleton. And its eyes erupt into a sickly, ghostly green flame, and it begins to take massive, plodding steps forward. The creature before you is like the skeleton of an impossible and horrible monster who had too many bones. Formed of countless human bones, some ground up and mashed together to make even bigger bones. The bone colossus has 4 massive grasping limbs, 2 ending in long spikes, 2 massive stomping hoofy feet, and a large tusked mammoth-like head.
Oh yeah.
Let's fuck it up.
That's
And it
awesome.
it stomps forward, its eyes not regarding you at all, towards the center of the room, out of the mouth.
I equipped my shield like I totally should have that whole time to take a ton less damage from skeletons.
Yep, you would have taken 10% less damage. Because a +2 to your AC would make 1 out of every 10 hits miss.
Boy, what should we do about this? He doesn't appear to care about us, which kind of makes me feel bad, but also, maybe we could just go into that mouth and see if there's any treasure in there, you know?
I think if we go into the... I reckon if we go into that there mouth, care about for sure. So why don't we start by trying to destroy it? What say you, friends?
Well, alright, I mean, we will get an attack of opportunity, I presume.
Let's do this.
Jump, time's up. Let's do this.
I'm gonna cast a spell to open.
Do we do initiative or what?
Yeah, let's roll initiative now, but you're all gonna get a turn, a surprise round.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm gonna roll so bad.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, that is lucky.
So,
Damn.
Keller,
So-
I've got an ability that I'm gonna cast on my turn that will cause this creature, or cause anyone who attacks this creature to have advantage on their attacks, which I believe
Okay.
gives you your sneak attack no matter what.
I already have advantage because I'm going
Because it's
before
a
you
surprise
did.
round.
Yeah.
So you go first, but then every
He's
round
also
after.
gonna have advantage because I'm gonna be up there bonking him.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going for the longbow, assassinate, sneak attack.
All right, 17 or 25 hits. And is that a crit because you have a surprise round?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so what you do for a crit is you add all the involved dice again. So first roll 5d6 for your sneak attack damage.
What is the short command from this? Does anyone-
/ roll 5d6. Or you can click the sneak attack thing that John presumably set up for you.
I did.
Sneak
maybe,
attack with bow.
But possibly not.
Yeah. This?
Yeah, and then just roll damage. Because we already hit, because you rolled a 25. Just click the word sneak attack
It
with
might
bow.
not.
Roll
No,
oh.
it doesn't work. I didn't set it right.
Ah, shit.
Sorry. I tried.
So roll 5d6.
/ roll 5d6. Great. So that's a total of 32 damage before the crit, because you always crit because you're an assassin, right?
Right.
So that's 32 damage for the crit, and now you roll all those dice again. So it's going to be 5d6 plus d8. All right. Kind of stymied by the fact that everyone else got to shoot fireballs. You draw your bow back very far, Locodicius, and regard the creature coldly with an assassin's gaze. Noting its lack of organs and shit, you're kind of disappointed until you realize that this horrible monstrosity animated by ancient magics relies very heavily on a series of simple machines made of bones inside of its body to make the physics of it work. Targeting one of its shoulder levers, you blast the handful of pelvises that hold it together, sending a spray of bones throughout the air as one of the spined arms of the creature falls off and crumbles to the ground. It trumpets in rage and its eyes blaze to life, ever hotter. Lazarus.
My elven eyes can see through liars, illuminate with fairy fires. That's fairy fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dex saving throw?
I don't believe it is awarded a... Oh, yep, Dex save.
Fucking, there's no spells without saves. Alright, he fails.
There was in the good old days. Okay, yeah, so, it glows, and anyone attacking it has advantage.
How far is it from me?
It's about 10 feet away from you.
If your fly spell hasn't already ended,
It's ended.
Sure has.
yeah. I'm no longer
Actually-
concentrating on you flying.
I really wish you hadn't brought that up because it is just racking my mind with disappointment and sadness. But I'll try to do this fight anyway. But if I miss, it's your fault. I'm gonna step into melee range and give him. Do I know that about these whole mash? I guess have I learned that it is held together by shit because of what I just witnessed?
Well, the fairy fire washes over the bones, illuminating every nook and crevice, and so you can now see with perfect clarity the weak points in the bony creature. But you got a hammer, so you're like, I beat bones anyway.
True. I'm gonna take a big hot swing with my big hot hammer.
Yeah.
How long does your spiritual weapon last? If it's more than a minute, it's okay.
It's 1 minute.
Give me that hot swing. 19 hits. So it. You're a cleric, right? Don't you have some kind of blasty blast?
I actually have divine. Yeah, I have divine.
You deal
strike.
another D8 radiant damage.
Yeah. It's actually yeah.
All right, you deal 14 damage to the creature as you attack it, only coming up to like its knees. You nevertheless lay into one of its stout, trunk-like legs. Several powerful swings of your stout arm cracking the ancient bone.
And Lazarus, are we gonna need a spiritual weapon for this, or you think we got it on lock?
I believe in Qrow's ability to shoot this thing into oblivion.
I tend to agree. Let's do this. I end my turn.
That's everybody. All right, so the elephant's turn. He's surprised, so he doesn't get a turn. Back to Qrow.
Do that thing again.
I'm doing that thing again.
So he's no longer surprised. That like status effect ended on his turn, so you don't get a free crit, but you do still get your sneak attack damage because he's both flanked and you have advantage. 16 hits. 16 hits.
Whew. I don't like
Alright,
how uncertain
so-
you were about that.
5d6.
Oh, that is awful.
Oh, that sucks. So 17 damage. As your arrow just sails through the purplish flame of its eye into whatever dark magics reside within its skull, and it roars in rage. Next
Next.
is Lazarus Bigsby.
Next is Lazarus Bigsby Extraordinaire.
Writing a poem that no one will hear.
I'm gonna offer a word of encouragement to my cousin Qrow. Man, you did a good job. You tried your best, and no one can fault you for that. I'm sure next time you'll do a little bit better.
Stop bringing up the rope thing.
Take a bardic inspiration. Next time you roll, anytime you roll a d20 for the rest of the next 10 minutes, you get a plus d10 to it.
We never used your bonus D20 reroll thing yet either. Is that still active?
What reroll?
You sang a song and
Yeah, I
You
give
have,
I give you inspiration. You both have a d10 that you can add.
Yeah,
roll.
oh,
that's
I have
correct.
inspiration
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
No, it's lowercase I inspiration.
Bardic.
But you can add a d10 to any d20 roll you make for the next 3 minutes.
Okay.
In any case, it's your turn. I assume that's an action, Tom.
I also assume it's an action. I'm actually not.
What's it
All
called?
right. Then it's John's turn then.
Well, I got nothing really to do up here except ba-bam!
Give him one of these. 18 hits. It's a bonus action, Tom.
Inspiration's bonus action.
Yep.
Oh,
Don't forget your D8 radiant damage, John.
Yeah, I was about to, but then I was... Well, Tom probably doesn't attack things much anyway.
All right. Your warhammer glows with the soft light of the blue lady as you crunch it into the shattered leg one more time, as if searching the earth for precious ores, like you like to do.
I love ore!
sending a spray of bone as the creature totters and briefly collapses with its lack of a second leg. It whirls and shifts like the cube in Cube 2 Hypercube.
Oh god, I hate that movie.
Reforming itself, reforming its leg using some of its extra bones from other parts of its body. And clearly very upset with you.
I bet you are, you big bitch.
You big bitch! And Tom misses.
On an 18.
Oh, 18, you're right, fuck. Alright, Tom hits. 4 damage. Tom, you do 4 damage and nothing cool happens.
Okay, carry on.
Then, the unholy creature gives out a low, grumbling, shrieking roar as the flames in its eyes grow brighter, and it raises its 2 massive bony fists in the air and slams them into the ground as it trumpets a ear-splitting shriek. All 3 of you make a Constitution saving throw, difficulty 16.
Do I click Constitution?
Constitution saving throw, yeah.
Can I
Wait, where the...
Can I guide this?
Out there.
Oh,
No,
you
guidance doesn't
you
hit
have
saving throws.
Bless Lazarus if you want to roll a d4.
That's true,
I
you do have
wanna roll
bless.
a D4.
You guys have inspiration, I think, so you can add the d10, but it's probably not going to help you. Alright, Tom passes, so he's going to take half. Everybody takes 21 thunder damage. Fuck you. Everyone takes 21 sonic damage. Or half if they passed their saving throw.
Sonic boom, sonic boom.
If you failed, you are knocked prone.
Which I have to use my movement to stand up.
Correct.
I can evasion, right?
Yeah, you could evasion if you had passed.
Oh, I see.
I think.
He still
I
think he still only takes half damage from a failed save.
Oh, is it if he fails, he takes half? Okay,
Okay.
I don't know rogues. In that case, yes, you can take half. Meanwhile, the one remaining bladed arm lashes out at the nearest, or spears towards the nearest person, which is John, who, as he is prone, it gets advantage. 24, John?
24 what?
Does a 24 hit your... I don't know why I fucking asked. Your armor class is like 19, right?
Yes.
Alright, yeah. You take 15 piercing damage as the bone lance pins you to the ground and then retracts at your batterings.
That didn't hurt.
And it's Qrow's turn.
So, 21 halved rounded up? presumably?
11, yes. You always round...
Despite it not having hurt, Qrow, could you, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good.
If anybody asks me a question, they have to repeat it. My mic fucked up.
Nope.
Good.
Just doing some 10 out of 10 roleplay, that's all.
That's what we call it in my biz.
There's the max
So,
roll.
That's the 29.
Attaboy.
Another mighty blow from the ground. 'Cause he didn't even get up. Just lying sideways. Arcs an arrow, striking at the creature.
And since I'm next to it, he also still gets the 5d6.
Yeah, he rolled that already.
Where?
Knocking free a spray of vertebra as the creature readjusts itself to compensate.
And can I use my cunning action to get up and dash away?
Sure.
Cool.
Ninja! You do you shoot the bow from the ground, then backflip to your feet and run away. Why didn't he just...
It works!
Style.
I don't want to spend a spell on it. I'll fucking shoot it with another arrow, another tiny, not.
All right.
arrow.
John.
Yeah,
Hits.
you don't have to spend a spell on it unless it does that thing one more time. Then. God, I am just not here to deal damage with my spells. That's for sure. That's not.
How many
why I'm
more
here.
bones does this thing have?
How many more bones? Well, it started with 54 skeletons worth of bones. You estimate that it's only got like 25 skeletons worth of bones left.
Okay.
Could someone give me that math again? How much damage does that equate to that we need?
It's at under half health.
Okay.
And
It's bloodied. Fuck.
I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt. On hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage.
They all already have advantage, but
They
you
should.
do get advantage on the Kamehameha check.
Chow. I do that for flavor, and then how do I spellcast? Do I fucking...
It's a d20 plus proficiency plus wisdom
Sorry.
is your attack roll for your spellcast. Think of it like a weapon that you use wisdom.
That's
with
not
advantage?
good enough? Oh, yes,
You have
I get to do it
advantage
again.
because it's a spell attack,
Okay,
so
I'm adding a d10 to that.
go ahead.
for it.
Oh, thank God.
18
Attaboy.
hits. 18 hits.
That really terrified me for a second.
You are your like holy flames like vaguely blue because of the blue lady,
Yes.
or are they white? All right, you blast a pale blue flame at the unholy creature, and it slams into its chest, blackening and cracking the bones from within. Then the lights dance and flicker around the creature as it attempts to yank out your guiding bolt.
And I rolled damage.
And you roll damage. And then it is his turn.
Not bad.
Not bad. All right, on the
I
creature-
stand up.
Okay. On the creature's turn, it is going to try to grab you with arms. It doesn't. It's going to try to grab you with the other arm. Great. Make an acrobatics or strength check against this. 26. You fucking fail. You can roll acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, or athletics. I will
yeah.
roll athletics.
All right.
Hey.
He doesn't have advantage, so he still loses.
Is there anything I can do here? I've used up all
No.
my bonuses, right?
Yeah, and this isn't your turn, so it would have to be an action that is a reaction of which you
Correct, true.
have done. You are scooped up into the air by one of the massive bony hands and crushed.
Okay, time to start casting spells, please.
You take 16 bludgeoning damage
Wait, no,
As
actually,
the-
this doesn't hurt that much.
as the bony fingers strain against your armor. You're also being slowly lifted up into the air. Let's say by the time it's the skeleton's next turn, he would be holding you above his head, like, let's say, a basketball.
For example.
Then the creature's bladed arm... The creature's bladed arm whirls and spits a singing blade through the air at Quark. Does a 26 hit you?
Quark?
Yeah, Qrow.
What?
You take 21 piercing damage as a thick blade of bone penetrates your fucking torso.
Oh, I hope this was worth it.
Blood.
There better
Alright,
be gold
Quark.
in that mouth. Seriously, there better be gold in that mouth. Because this is most of our remaining time on this fight.
If you guys just get in the Discord, you can.
And well, it is wonderful.
If you mute yourself.
Hey, stop giving them our time. Fuck those people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't fucking know. Do it in a way that doesn't ruin my life. Sorry. Go ahead, Quark.
Can I try and shoot the arm that's holding John?
Yeah, go for it, man. Don't roll a 1 though. 15 does
Can
not.
I add? I can D10.
You can add the D10. You're right. You're right.
Wait,
15 does not hit.
Doesn't he also still have a bless that he could use instead?
Yes.
I
Use the
might-
D4 instead
Yeah,
between
I'd
you.
use a D4.
17 hits.
Okay. And now I have advantage.
I sure
so
am still next to him, I presume.
That is 26 damage. You blast the arm with an arrow, with utmost precision, severing one of the bones holding the fingers that is crushing John. John, you have advantage on any attempts to escape the hand next turn.
Okay.
But you're still in it.
Yep.
Lazarus.
Now, I'm gonna have to use a level 4 spell here to escape, probably. So if you can kill him with, say, a level 2 spell, I'd sure love that.
The grim calculus of war.
I cannot.
That's okay. That's Shoop. He wanted to listen.
Yeah, no worries.
Do you all consent?
I can see.
I
Yeah.
consent to Shoop's listening.
Okay.
No, I have basically no tools to free you from.
That's fine. You already threw a lot of fireballs in this room. Let's wrap
Blew up
this
a lot
up.
of skeletons. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking shoot him with my.
Can you
meager
can you
sword
heal anyone? Do you have
I
that?
can't heal John. I have to touch him.
No.
It's fine. We got
It's
this.
still a touch, yeah, still a touch spell. I mean, you're gonna get dunked, my friend.
No, I'm not.
But that's okay. The other thing I could do.
How much time remaining, Matt? About 50 minutes?
An hour, almost exactly.
Cool.
I'm going to take a pee break after this fight, live or die. I mean, if you die, I'm going to take a nice long pee break.
We're not
Yep.
gonna die.
That's not useful. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking shoot him. Just shoot him with an arrow.
Cool. John, your turn. Tom probably does like 4 damage. 6 damage. Ooh la la.
Can I cast spells while grappled? If it
You
requires
are-
touching myself.
You are restrained, not pinned, which means you still have use of your arms.
Okay.
So yes.
I'm gonna fucking stop fucking around with this shit and cast freedom of movement on myself. And get
Alright,
out of his hands.
You, the pale blue fire of the blue lady washes over you, really greasing you up.
It is not cheating to oil up, you know.
And you slip directly out of the creature's grasp and plop onto the ground with a perfect 10-point landing.
I put both of my hands in the air as though I am praising the sun. Or sticking a landing. And
Alright.
I'm gonna... Can I don't have any actions left, right?
No, that was an action.
Can I use for my movement the dodge?
No, that's an action.
I thought so, but wasn't sure. Okay.
You did your best.
Uh,
Alright.
I'm gonna stand here menacingly and hope that Qrow plonks him out.
It's the bone monster's turn. Its hand still raised in the air, its attention focused on shooting bone projectiles at Qrow. So, like, you know, it's got, like, Doc Ock arms.
Mhm.
So its arm that had you in it makes a very hard downward throwing motion. And then when there's no sound of a dwarf being crushed into a pulp, the creature wheels around angrily.
Hey!
And attacks you with its fist. Oh, 11 is not going to hit. And then it will spear you with its spear arm. That will hit, and it does speararm.damage.co.uk. 8 fucking piercing damage. Great. Why am I even here? Go ahead, Quark.
I am really bleeding out of my lungs at this point. If you
I'm
the-
I'm doing it.
The blazing eyes of the creatures, which reached a low ebb when it used its thunderous trumpet, have returned to their original flaring, blaring greatness. 26 hits. 25 damage. All right. The creature reaches both its arms above its head with its skewering piercer stuck under John's armor. Its 2 hands preparing to finish him off and turn him into a pancake dwarf. When you, still running through the fog, let loose a flurry of quick arrows, one of which strikes one of the raised arms and it flails backwards. The other strikes the other raised arm and the creature stumbles backwards. And your final arrow lands squarely in the center of the mammoth skull. It's both very large and is shaped like a mammoth's skull. And purplish cracks spread outwards from the site of the arrow, and the creature explodes into a spray of gold.
Thank
the
goodness.
bone-
Really.
The bone dissolving into lovely coin as it shatters.
Huzzah!
I don't even want to fight a fucking lich. Jesus Christ. How much gold, first of all?
Gold.
There is 1,000 gold pieces scattered throughout this room. You just run around tapping them all as they go gling, 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 gling. Every time you pick up 100, you get an extra life.
Nice.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, obviously. So,
I'd like to, Matt. I'd like to search the fucking bone monster or what remains of its relics.
Almost nothing remains of the bone monster, save a long, elephantine skull. A closer reveal, a closer inspection reveals that it would actually fit perfectly on someone's arm as a shield and appears to retain some of its necromantic magics.
Shoot, that's dope. Is it worth anything?
No!
I gaze longingly at it, but then walk away because obviously I'm not ditching my shield with the symbol of the blue lady on it.
I'll fucking use it. I can do all my spells with one hand.
Yeah, man.
And my
Can't
bow
short you.
sucks.
And you
Yeah.
you took the thing that identifies things, right?
Yeah, I have the identify spell. I don't have the identify spell.
Whoops. So we're gonna want to explore in that mouth. That's for Hun P. And so I'm gonna go down there and start praying real hard.
Matt, do I need to
Do we heal?
interact with the skull shield in any way to?
Yeah, I mean, you slip it on your arm. It seems like a really good shield. It seems like it's definitely a +1 shield. What other properties it has are still a mystery.
Could I attempt a knowledge check against it?
Yeah, sure.
Arcana?
Sure. You delve into your knowledge of arcane secrets and remember that there's a spell for identifying magic items.
God damn it.
Well, fuck. I don't know what that shit is, but it looks dope. I would use it.
I'm using it.
Just personally. Okay, I start going towards the mouth and go on in there.
Alright.
I look in
Hey,
on the dark vision.
hey, should we try and heal first? Or?
It's gonna take 10 minutes, so I was hoping that while we investigate that room, I can be in the room praying while you two investigate. if you're cool with
You
that.
guys still have a short rest. That doesn't take up time.
How many hit die do we have, by the way?
10, it's your level.
Fucking thought so. Well, yeah, let's take a short rest then.
Okay. During our short rest, before our short rest, I would like to give each inspiration.
Sorry, wait, John, what were you doing? You were doing something, right?
I walked over to
Or are
the
you
mouth
short
and-
resting first? Are you
I'll
short resting
short rest
first?
first.
Okay.
I thought about the phrase "walk over to the mouth" and then looked at my hit points.
Fair enough. Tom, you have enough time to catch one ritual during this short rest.
Do I have enough?
Yep. There's other things that trigger during a short rest. Everybody gets an extra D8 hit points returned, so 4 extra hit points. And my inspirations come back, so I'm going to inspire everyone first.
We get the thing you rolled.
Tom, you're welcome to inspire everyone first, but a short rest lasts an
Last 10
hour.
minutes. Yep,
Duration.
Fair enough. And then during this ritual, during this short rest, I will use Rary's telepathic bond to connect our minds together for, I think, an hour.
All right. So you might as well use all your hit dice because you're not getting another short rest. I'm going to pause the timer right now while you guys figure out how the short rest works, and then I'm going to pee.
It's 10d what's?
Your hit die. So for clerics, it's 10. Are you sure? I think it's 8.
I think it's 8.
Is it clerics fighters? I think it's. I mean
It's
rangers
1d8
too.
per cleric level, so I'm assuming that's 8.
Yeah, it's however much your hit points go up by when you level up.
Yeah.
John.
Don't forget to add your constitution.
D8 used to be high before
Oh, is
everybody who sucks went up.
Oh, so is it a D11 because I have +3 Constitution?
No, it's D8. It's D8 plus 3 10 times.
Damn. So I get 7.
No, that's D8 plus 3 is better than D11.
Yeah, no, I was just damning because it doesn't do the math for me.
John, if you
to
type
full.
bracket, any formula, bracket, it will work.
I'll be RB.
Hey, can someone assist me and I can pee?
Yeah, so what you're going to want to do is in your character... no, you don't... You have 10 hit die. We are using all of them because you can only use them during a short rest and we only get 1. So roll 10d... What is it? 8 for a rogue?
I don't know.
Or is it 6?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, it's
What's your
8.
constitution mod?
It is
That's
2. So you get 70 hit points back.
Okay, so I'm at full.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna pee. Yeah.
I've been peeing this whole time, my dude.
Sorry about that.
I'll save, okay.
Who is present?
Hi.
Way to shoot him up. I was worried that that was going to be a totally awful room for you, and then you really killed that thing.
Yeah, I don't like that I was the only one who did damage to that guy, though. That's terrifying.
No, if
You did some stuff, but you also got fucking chomped.
well, that's my job.
Yeah.
But if I had wanted to, I could have spent a another spell slot and got my spiritual weapon back and been dealing an extra 1d8 plus 4 every turn, so it would have been like an extra 20 damage. Optimistically.
Yeah.
Like,
not great.
we were kind of trying to save some stuff there because, you know,
Going deeper.
yeah, we've got probably one more room, right? So I don't think we're gonna...
Is Tom here?
Not yet.
I am back. I have not yet restarted the thing, so no
Yeah,
voice.
Tom's not here, which is unfortunate because we gotta play a tune.
Tom is also probably peeing.
Yeah, he said
55 minutes left, by the way. 53:47.
Phew. That was a sweet room. I liked that room. Tell whoever made it, I liked it.
So, to exit the dungeon, do we have to walk out of every single room, or do we just have to say, we're leaving the dungeon and nothing's impeding us?
John, you want to fucking take this once?
Yes, I sure can.
Okay.
So let's say we're in combat. As long as there's nothing preventing us from leaving, they will get their attacks of opportunity if they can, and then
Right,
we will
right.
leave.
Okay.
As long as there are no locked doors or anything that we have to do a check for. Say, for example, we had to climb a rope, we would not escape. However, thinking back to all the... Oh, fuck, what about that dragon room? Nope, there's a ring of grate around the outside. The ice room, a bridge fell down. This room is just a room, and the mirror
Right.
room is just a room, and then we can... Oh, fuck. Wait, can we get down those stairs at the entrance? Or are they gonna fuck with us? They're gonna be a check, aren't they, Matt?
Keller detected a trap on those stairs that was not disarmed or triggered.
God damn it. That's a big deal.
Was that a different... Wait.
No, that's a huge deal. We have to take that massively into account.
Wait, is the mirror room locked? Did we...
No.
I mean, you guys haven't ever tried going backward the door, so you're taking it on faith that the doors aren't locked.
Right.
True.
Furthermore, the rope you climbed up to get to the balcony,
Mhm.
the rope you climbed up to get to the balcony is only about 11 feet tall. So if you were willing to take 2d6 damage, you could just jump off of it
Oh, okay.
each.
I wish Tom were here to hear all that, because it's slightly relevant.
No, Tom's dead now.
Eli's fucking asking me questions about this. Specifically one question while I'm playing, and I refuse to answer.
Where they keep all the bones?
Oh yeah, now you're playing those bones. I am.
Why are the bones Jewish?
Can I? No, I might not have time to watch their whole thing, but I would love to watch them go through this. Make sure to remind them to record it, please. And if they say no, tell them to just fucking do it. When will you be able to tell me whose room that was?
At the end of the dungeon.
Cool. Whose was the room with Brandon Shoop on the door?
That was just sent to shoot.
Ah.
Legally, she owns everything he does.
I'm back.
Hello, Tom.
Just a
Hello.
brief recap, Tom. We don't know that all the doors we've gone through are going to open on the way out, and we definitely have to jump off that balcony in the entryway, because if we trigger a trap, we will have to do a check, and then we will all be considered dead. So we need to be able to take 2d6 to leave.
Okay.
I'm restarting the timer in 10 seconds.
Tom, we should play an ocarina and whatever instrument you have with you tune during our short rest to inspire our good buddy Qrow. I don't actually have my ocarina present, but you do not want me playing an ocarina into a microphone. Okay.
The short rest is over.
I enter the mouth and look for treasure deep in its maw.
Peering into the maw of the mouth, it is now much better illuminated that it is gaping. Peering into the gaping maw, or the gape for short, you see the whirling, bone-crunching mechanisms in bone-chilling detail. Big, over-the-top axes and large meat-grindy-style Orcs Must Die meat grinders line the walls and ceiling. And at the far end of the maw is what looks like a complex mechanical mechanism with a large skull-shaped ruby in the center of it, glowing faintly.
Is the ruby just accessible to the hand?
Yes, but one would have to walk like 8 feet down the maw to get to it.
Hey, Qrow, you've got this kind of magey-wagey, handy-wandy. You want to grab me that ruby? I love rubies.
Yeah.
As your mage hand floats down the maw, various axes, pounders, and like cutting blades all like squoosh at it, but the mage hand just keeps floating, grabs the ruby like a bowling ball, and pops it out and pulls it back over to you.
Yes! Can I hold it, please?
As soon as the ruby leaves the socket, it stops glowing and all the mechanisms whir to a close. The ruby is worth 250 gold if carried to safety.
Yes! Can I have that? I'm just gonna put it in my pouch. I got the most hit points, so we probably want me having it, right?
Take it, Patty.
Thank you.
It's all yours.
Ruby worth 250?
Yep.
Okay, I head towards the door with a spring in my step and a ruby in my pants.
Yahoo! Alright, as previously described, there's a large door that is held shut by like 2 bony skeleton arms that come from each side and are holding hands with each other in the center.
Care to...
Percept.
do it.
13.
Oh,
The bone hands are holding the door shut. They look like they're made of bone and hands.
What's the door made of? Is it stone?
It's still wood.
Fuck,
Let me
why aren't
take
there any
People-
stone doors?
People People generally don't make doors out of stone. Lazarus Bigsby takes some time for an advanced investigation and discovers
Yeah, I roll.
that the arms holding the door shut.
I'm gonna just give him a ha with the warhammer.
You smash them with the warhammer, and they break, leaving only bone wrists, and the door creaks open inward.
I knew it. I step through to the other side. One could say I have broken on through to the other side.
Beyond you? Beyond you is a large stone room with a dais in the center. The room is utterly featureless, save 2 large red tapestries on the wall, completely undecorated. At the far end of the room is a small wooden door that basically looks like a closet door. In the center of the dais is a stately, posh throne.
How much is that throne worth?
If you carry the throne out, it's worth nothing. Everybody who wants a throne already has one.
Is the... Never mind. I look up.
Stone ceiling.
Tom, what do you think?
I got nothing, man.
I take a step
investigate
into
the
the
room?
room tentatively, and then more the fewer things happen to me, and head over towards the door.
All right, you exponentially accelerate faster and faster until you're
I'm
a
just
blue
poking it.
blur as nothing happens to you. Less and less happens as you travel across the room. Until you find your way standing in front of a plain door with a doorknob on it.
I open the door. If nobody else is
it-
protesting or doing anything.
I shrug.
Alright.
It reveals a circular room with 2 doors in it. It looks kind of like the tower that these other rooms have been in, almost like it's on top of it.
Wait.
One of them is red and labeled B. Shoop. The other one is green and labeled M. Lagori.
Alright, you two. Something tells
Hold
me
on.
there's treasure in this room we're standing in.
Something
now.
tells me there's treasure in this room we're standing in.
You and my lust, they touch, they meet, they make something larger and lustful. Let's find it.
I'd like to investigate the throne, please, Matt.
And I will keep my hand on his back as he walks over towards it. His lower back, because I'm not flying anymore. Crushed about it, don't know if I mentioned. And give him guidance.
Plus D4? It's a 13.
That's a 17, Matt. I'm double proficient. in
Well, why didn't you do that on your character sheet, Tom?
Well, it doesn't add up into the
It's an
macro,
option in the advanced options, you buffoon. In
Oh.
any case, well, 20's okay. In any case, you peer around the throne. Closer inspection reveals the gilded part of the throne is nothing more than a shabbily painted wood, and the plush, posh material of the throne is scratchy and bedbug infested.
I pick it up and smash it into the ground.
All right, you pick up the throne and smash it into the perception.
Can I
Who
guide
gets
this
perception?
perception?
The smasher.
Okay.
I guide it.
You don't have time.
Okay,
You didn't know you were going to make a perception check, so you can't cast
that's
guidance.
true. You're correct.
However, with a 21, you notice that the seat of the chair sits heavily upon the ground instead of like bouncing all over the place like all the other shit you smashed.
Oh, I quickly pick it up and hand it to Qrow. Look at this. Look, investigate it with your rogue eyes. Is there something in here? I got a really good feeling
So
about this.
you pick
I'm
up the
investigating it.
You pick up the plush pillow that is the bottom, that was once the bottom of the chair and has now broken off, and you dangle it in front of Crow's face. Qrow, you notice that the plush pillow seems to contain 5 small, hard, round objects, some of which are squirming.
Huh.
Qrow, what do you see? What do you see, Qrow?
It's looking gross and round.
Gross.
Let's cut it open.
Anyone have a cut it? Yeah, dagger that shit.
Daggered.
You dagger it open?
Yes.
All right, make a Constitution saving throw, my friend. Difficulty is 16.
He does not have... No, wait, he's got inspiration from Tom, right?
Nope.
No.
That ended.
Why did you cast a spell during the short
Inspiration
rest?
only lasts 10 minutes, so he couldn't.
He cast
do it
something
during the short rest.
short rest. I
Yeah, psychic
Yeah, I was
psychic
right.
link
Yeah, that's
lets you talk to each other in your heads.
That's correct.
In any case, the pillow rips open like Oogie Boogie at the end of Nightmare on Street, and a swarm of filth-ridden plague insects pour out, as well as several shiny black beetles. They pour into your eyes, nose, and throat, poisoning you and dealing 24 poison damage.
I immediately
as you
to
bat
lesser
away at them.
inspiration him.
You are poisoned until a second later when John cast Lesser Restoration on you. And
This was my idea. I feel bad about this.
A bluish light pours from your eyes and mouth, frightening away the creatures who flutter away harmlessly. The beetles, the like flesh-eating giant scarabs that seem to have been what you saw, seem to have all collapsed to the ground with a heavy thud.
Ooh. Investigate those.
Well, I investigate them. Qrow, do you have any health potions remaining? Because health potions, just drink that shit.
I drink a health potion.
It's
What does that do? How do I?
2d4 plus 2 healing. Tom, right? You're the one looking at the fallen stuff.
I think Cham is in position to look at the.
yeah, I immediately grab one, suspecting that there must be loot as a reward for all this turmoil.
While all of the plague bugs and gnats and other vile creatures were definitively real, it seems that the beetles are actually tiny onyx constructs. Their craftsmanship is fine, though the onyx is of low quality. Each is likely worth 30 gold.
So we have 8
How
of them?
many?
5 of them.
5 times
Cool.
30? Alright, I got that.
Assuming they don't, for some reason, animate again and start attacking you.
Do we want to dispel magic on them?
I don't want to waste a spell on that. You can. How many spells do you have?
I have 2 level 1s, a level 2, 2 level 3s, which is where dispel magic is, a level 4 and a level 2. Can I do an arcana check on the beetles?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh god, there's so much in my fucking character sheet. I don't even remember where I was writing down. Is it bio? Yes. 5 times 30 onyx beats.
Keller, do you still have a running gold total?
I'm actually gonna... Yeah.
For all of
You're
us?
like, wait, these must have just fallen out of that bag and not flown. These are not magic stone beetles.
Can I give a second opinion on that, Matt?
Nope.
Possibly with a
Okay.
different type of check.
You're gonna undermine your friend in front of his friend Qrow? That'd be fucked up, dude.
We're not that close.
You're cousins!
Listen, guys,
Bro,
I'm
like-
afraid these beetles might eat the treasure in my pouch. Can you put them in one of your pouches?
Sure. I'll take them.
Thank you.
While I'm holding them, Matt, I'd like to inspect them closer and see if they have any sort of magic about them.
Sure. Make an arcana check. Meanwhile, what's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna head back over towards the doors.
Lazarus, you go to take a closer look at the beetles, and in fact, you notice a strange on their bellies. But before you get a chance to think about it anymore, you're like, I should just trust my friend's lead on this so that we don't all fucking just make the same check over and over until we pass it. And you tuck them into your bag.
Okay. If I get punished for this later, though, it's your fault, Matt.
No, it's my fault. This is all my fault. I
all
smashed
your
the
fault,
chair.
man.
Alright, so I am
I was gonna
currently
sit on it,
standing
so-
in front of the door labeled B. Shoop and fondly remembering the dragon, and also not fondly remembering those 2 gems that sunk into the lava.
Mm-hmm.
Which of these 2 doors are you guys feeling? This B. Shoop really almost killed us twice. You know. I'm glad I gave Lazarus that pat on the ass as he was making the jump onto the dragon, or else that really would have been awful.
Me too. That would have ended our adventure. Well, it was.
It would have
would've
ended your
mine.
adventure.
You guys ever seen Terminator 2?
No.
So, sorry, what color are the doors?
The I don't remember. The B-Shoop door is red. The Emligori door is green.
Emligori, fuck, let's do that. I like that name. It sounds
Yeah,
Italian.
let's do that one. That sounds fun.
If Shoop wanted to hear us do his,
Fuck you guys.
About an hour early.
I don't need your fucking pity.
No, I just genuinely. Alright, I hear a voice from the heavens and say, you know what,
Boy,
fuck
that-
this door. I want to go for the Brandon Shoop door. Let's take a vote.
No, that fella sounds handsome. Smart. We should go.
Alright, Qrow, which door?
Let's LaGuardia it up.
I outvoted finally. Fine. I enter the door.
All right. The room, the air within the room is warm and damp and dark. You all have dark vision, right?
Yes.
All right. It is filled with large, oval-shaped, kind of bumpy rocks as you enter, and it's hard to see around them. So tall are they. Do you enter the room properly, allowing the door to shut behind you?
Yes.
Yes.
You enter the room properly, allowing the door to shut behind you. The only sound in this large, dark, dingy room, which appears to be roughly hewn from the earth, is a quiet, sound of wind blowing through like a large tunnel.
I
Like
attempt to open the door behind us.
Son of a
Yeah,
bitch, I was gonna do that.
it clicks open easily.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. Does anything happen in the room?
When you open the door,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Is the floor made of stone?
The floor is made of stone.
I make a history check on it, and I add double my proficiency bonus because of stone cunning. But
So 7?
11.
No, you already added your proficiency bonus to it once,
Did I?
didn't you? Are you proficient in
Yes.
history?
No, I am not.
Oh, you are because of your stone cutting. All right, so it is 11. This stone this structure is not man-made. That's all you get for an 11.
Word.
Hmm.
What?
But
Wait,
it is made.
what? Do you have a sense magic thing? So I think we should possibly. We've got like 45 minutes left. If we get into another brouhaha, that's gonna take all our time. I think we should just dump all our spells and abilities in this room personally,
Okay.
and all just go full Hamboni and then book it for the doors because I legitimately think surviving is probably a really good way to do well here.
To not lose. Yep. Okay.
So if I don't, do you have detect magic by any chance?
No.
Let's see. Is there any way for me to detect the No.
John talked him out of it.
I'm gonna cast my final fourth level spell slot to put a death ward on Qrow.
All right, so now 2 of you have death wards, right?
Yes. And
Okay.
Tom, if you have death ward, you might just want to death ward yourself. I don't know.
I don't have death ward.
God damn it.
I don't have death ward.
Okay. I
All
started
right, so you're in
tentatively.
this cave where you can hear as wind passes through a large tunnel.
Yeah.
Or something. And you are surrounded by large, like, stony, let's say, I don't know, scaly ovals.
Can I make a survival check to see if there's anything natural that I might have encountered, either in terms of sound, smell, or
You can, but you're going to have disadvantage unless you touch it.
Okay. I
mouth
guide
or by
myself.
Plus D4. If the shape of these things is a little bit erratic and they're clearly made of like a stone-like material, Otherwise, you would think that they were, I don't know, really big eggs or something. But that's ridiculous.
That'd be silly. Before we go any further, let me just say, I think that wonderful traveling companions, and I value your presence very much in my life. Please be inspired for the rest of the room. Kind of.
Got that D10?
That's right.
I'm going to... I'm overjoyed to hear you say that. That's so nice. I'm going to cast Death Ward at level 5. Is that a thing I can do?
Yes, you can always cast a spell at a higher level than it costs. Some
don't-
spells give you an amplified effect, some don't.
I don't really want anyone to die here, so I'm going to cast Death Ward on you there.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Jesus
Lazarus.
Christ, I should
Lazarus.
Lazarus.
Not Jesus Christ, Lazarus. It's a different biblical name. Also, make sure you guys are keeping note of who is carrying which valuable items in case one of you, I don't know, falls down a bottomless pit.
I sure am.
All right, what are you guys doing while time wastes away? 35 minutes left.
Qrow, you got the eyes of a rogue. You want to see if there's any
I'm perceiving.
in view?
All right,
I
are you
touch
entering the room
home.
proper? You guys are basically, think of yourselves as in like a corn maze, but made of these giant stone ovals. So it's you can't really see anywhere unless you climb a giant stone oval or like push further in.
Oh, cool. I kind of want to climb a giant stone oval.
I also climb a giant
we-
stone
have we
oval the
touched
second I
one?
see anyone else doing it, but it's much more awkward because
I am
more
not
heavy.
climbing.
Yeah, I'll climb a giant stone oval.
All right, everybody but Keller climbs a giant stone oval. They're warm to the touch, you know,
Yeah,
like rocks are.
I'll just sit
um,
on top of this dragon egg and keep...
And you see a sprawling cave littered with these stone ovals, probably 30 of them. At the
man.
far end, you see a stone exit door, marked with 2 runes that are difficult to make out over here. And at the not far end, over to the east side, you see the source of the sound of wind coming in and out of something. An ancient red dragon, breathing slowly as it slumbers in and out. It lays atop a mound of bulging come of coin.
Okay.
Gold! I whisper.
All right, fellas, come here.
Do we hop off the eggs to convene with Qrow?
Yeah, here's the plan.
Qrow, good news, bad news. Bad news. Big pile of gold, under a dragon. These are all eggs. I don't know. We'll work with it.
Right. Qrow,
Hey.
how sneaky are you?
I like where this is going.
Oh, I love sneaking.
Okay, I can make you invisible, and I can make it so that you can climb on the... I don't know if that would be helpful, but just
It
let
sounds
you know.
helpful. I saw this in a movie, I think. I think the dragon found the guy, though.
Invisible seems good, though, right?
It does. It sure does.
Sounds peachy.
So here's the other thing we could do. Check this out. I'll make us both invisible. Yep. We'll both go down, scoop up as much gold as we possibly can within our arms.
We don't have to do that. When we touch it, it's going to disappear.
Okay,
Possibly disturbing the
touch
dragon
as
is
much
the thing
gold as
he's-
we possibly can, and then dimension door us away. Or I could just dimension door us there and back out.
Well,
What do you think?
why don't we have Qrow roll for stealth first and see, or is that how this works? I don't...
No, if he decides he wants to try to mundanely, then he would roll. But I can cheat using magic. Just putting that down as an option. Whatever y'all decide is the right course of action. You're the captain, Sam.
Go invis and go touch that gold. I'll man the door. If you gotta fly out of there with your flying, can you give both of you... Can both of you fly? I don't know how much spell juice you
I
have.
could teleport us away.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, I'm holding the door here, okay? You get as much gold as you can. Fly the fuck back here if that dragon wakes up. I swear to God.
Yep. Should
And
we
then we'll just check out that shoot room.
Yep. I love this plan.
I
love this
actually
plan.
am tingling with excitement at the thought of how much gold we'll get. If you
This is
see a
getting me
ruby, get it
Real
for me,
Randy.
whatever the
I know you
cost.
love rubies. Okay, you got it, buddy.
And pet that dragon on the head with your mage hand. They love that.
I will not do that part.
All right, do it. Do it up. I really, genuinely love this plan.
Okay. Cast invisibility twice, once on.
I am. Is there anything heavy around other than the eggs that I could?
There are several stones. Invisibility is a concentration spell, Tom.
You're right. How many times can I guess at a higher level to target? Yep. Okay. I will cast invisibility at fucking 4th level. At that point, we may as well just detour in. No, fuck. There's more flavorful. There's more fun. Cast invisibility on both of us at 4. Cast invisibility on all 3. May as well.
Yeah.
It costs nothing at that point.
I'm gonna start piling stones in the door so that, like, if it tries to slam shut, it won't.
That sounds like a good plan.
Quietly.
Just move some rocks around. Do it like a dwarf would.
Quietly. Hey, that's racist, but true.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are sneaking up to the dragon?
That's correct.
All right, so you both need to make a difficulty 10 stealth check.
And I'm touching both of them.
Luckily, the second half of that sentence was with advantage because even though Kelth got a fucking 14, he still would have failed because you rolled a nat 1.
Right.
But because invisibility gives you advantage, you both make it. You make it up to the dragon. Who
Tom
is slumbering.
really makes it, let it be known.
Yeah, Tom parkours over and around the eggs, and like slides under the dragon's smoky yawn.
Just flipping like he's in Ghost in the Shell.
You discern that there are 4 sacks of coin that you could access without actually yanking one out from under the dragon.
What happens if I just touch?
You feel the linen bag beneath your hand.
Oh, I have to like open it. And
It's
stick it.
coarse and feels good.
Okay.
That's not for you to decide.
Let's open these.
You're right.
bags.
The bags are bound with heavy silver chains, tied in a knot. Silently untying one would be very difficult.
Ooh.
Can you lay the bag on its side and, like, cut a little hole in it, stick your fingers in, and just pleasure that bag as the gold disappears? I think you can picture what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Qrow, do you want to try cutting one open?
I'd love to.
I will communicate with you telepathically. Try cutting one open with your knife.
Can I try doing that?
Okay. The thick leather bag rebuffs your knife. What? As it does, a small rune glows into existence on the hide of the bag. A small, fanged face with little red wings. It's a curious symbol and one that looks familiar. You recall that you saw the same symbol on the exit door to this room.
Can I telepath with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. What if you, like, touch that John to that door over there?
Yeah, that's not unreasonable.
It's not a great idea, but I'm a dwarf. I go for the straightforward. Whisper.
I'd rather get as many. Okay. There's surely great riches within.
There are 4 bags of coin that are accessible without disturbing.
Say, Qrow, how good are you at sleight of hand?
Not. I have 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a jack of all trades. I could try it, as could you. But it'd be
Okay.
risky.
If you
Grabbing
bring
weapons
it back
from
to
now?
me, I can guide him on this, but I'm not clomping over there in my...
Oh, we could just take the sacks and bring them over,
Mm-hmm.
and then just sneak back and forth like that.
Though he also has a D10, right?
Yeah, he does have a D10.
He could try just sleight of handing the bags open.
I kind of like bringing them over to safety,
Okay.
Yes.
and then just sneaking back and forth and bring them. so that if you do make noise while them, it is less likely to like
Do you perceive any rubies over there, guys?
spot. Or
John, the last time there were rubies, they were in the dragon's eyes.
Damn, you're right.
And this dragon's eyes are closed, so...
Alright, bring them where you need to.
Okay. Stealth back.
Alright, how many bags are you each carrying?
There's 4 that are available, right?
How much do they
Yes,
weigh?
they are heavy, and it takes great care to keep them from jingling.
I'm willing to carry 2.
Can't you teleport them back if you felt like it?
For a high level spell.
How many of those do you have left?
3.
Do that shit. We're almost done here. Like, right? Like, we got like 25 minutes left. I would start teleporting your ass off.
I mean, I want to have 1 in the back pocket in case to hold this monster.
True. Your call.
But yeah, we can just grab as many as we can carry.
Boy, I hate sentences like that. When there's
So
a dragon around.
So how many
Each two?
sacks are you each holding?
2.
2?
2.
Okay, you're each holding 2 sacks. What do you do?
Good lord.
Cast Dimension Door to teleport us back to John.
Alright, you find yourselves in the entrance of the room. You teleport silently and do not disturb the dragon.
Now we
Okay.
can probably take these chains off now that we're a good country mile from that D-rag.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Alright, you're gonna unchain the bags?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Alright. Sleight of hand for the first bag, whoever's opening it.
I'm touching Keller on his thigh as he does so to guide him. It might be worth rolling a d10 on a 13. I don't know. What do you think, Tom? We're so far away, it can't matter,
We're so
right?
far away.
Yeah,
No, you know what? Do it, and I'll just re-inspire you after.
fair.
You gonna fucking sing them a song in this room? 23. Alright, you untie the, with a 23, you untie the bag, and as you open the silver such that it is no longer in contact, creating a complete, I don't know, it's called a circuit of silver, the runes on the bag, the dragon runes, the Batman symbol but with dragon stuff, runes, flare to life, and you make a dexterity saving throw with advantage. 19 will more than do it, and it will let you do it without really fucking up. As you open the bag, you briefly perceive the mounds of gold within before the trap spell fires off, blasting a gout of flame out of the mouth of the bag, which you just barely managed to... And you have evasion, so if you would take half, you take nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just barely managed to push it away from your face, in such a way that even your hands aren't singed, like dancing gently away from the bag so as to also not make it jingle, while the...
That was sweet.
After a moment, the flames exhaust themselves, and you've got a bag full of 200 gold.
I cast Dispel Magic on the... Well, is there any way for me to check what level that magic spell would have been?
Arcana check.
Does anyone better at that than I am? Because I'm not
Yes.
good at it.
Yes, I'll try.
And I guide you.
Oops.
12?
And
It's higher than level 2.
Okay. You got a good chance of trying, but if you have a higher level spell slot, I would use that first.
I've got 1 level 5, and then I can never mass cure wounds again. But I don't think that matters. I cast Dispel Magic at level 5 on this shit.
Yeah, the sigil shimmers.
You cut out there.
The sigil shimmers into life and fractures and vanishes the bag you cast the thing on.
I immediately... oh, it wasn't on multiple?
No, it's one magical effect.
Okay, I immediately greedily crack open that bag.
Alright, there's 200 gold inside.
And in the first one as well.
Yep.
Well, that wasn't really probably worth it. Why don't you just keep making dexterity saves? Doot, doot, doot.
Alright, I'm gonna...
we want the 400 gold, right?
Sleight of
Oh,
hand.
for sure.
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. All right, dexterity saving throw with advantage. 17 is enough to neither to take half damage, which for you is nothing. Sleight of hand again. 14. Normal dexterity saving throw, not with advantage.
17.
Oh shit, it's 17. You're right. Fucking guidance. Dexterity
That's
saving.
insane.
Dexterity saving throw advantage. 21 is enough. So each of them you open and like a blast of flame comes out, and you wind up with a total of 800 gold, 200 per bag.
Say, you already added a
There's
200.
plenty more down there.
Oh, you've got all the bags now, Alex?
We got the
Okay.
4 that we could get easily.
How many more bags were under that drag?
Oh, a shitload.
Really? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I need a number.
All bags that you guys are not holding, the dragon is resting on top of.
Can he teleport them
But yes,
out?
there are at least 12 more.
If he's touching them, can he teleport them out?
Maybe.
I say we go over, put as many limbs as we can on as many bags as we can, and you teleport us not just to the door, but out into the foyer. And
I
we
can
take as many
teleport.
gold bags as we can, and then we get the fuck out of this dungeon double
I
time.
could teleport 1 additional willing creature.
Well, it better not be Clinky Clank Majinky Jank.
It's gonna have to be our friend Qrow with.
Yeah, can you do that 2 more times?
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna know once you do it once, though. How many bags can they get, Matt?
We could try using sleight of hand to very gently get one out from under the without waking it. I think that would be a cool and fun thing to try.
And if that doesn't work, though, I would like some teleportation backup plan
fuck
where you
yeah,
get
there would
all
be
the
teleportation
bags.
back.
How many would they teleport out? Trying as hard as
Tom, what's your strength?
-1.
Keller, what's your strength?
-1.
You can teleport with 1 bag each.
I'm going in, boys.
John, what's your strength?
+3.
Wait, John,
You could
what's your
carry 3
skill?
bags.
Okay, Oh, no, it isn't. No, it fucking isn't. This is why where is it? I am going to fucking hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What up, buddy?
I am
Right.
going to give myself the goddamn bull's strength. Does that help me, Matt?
All right. You could carry 6 bags conceivably.
Okay. So I can teleport you.
But
Teleport you back.
Yes.
Tom can teleport with as much as he can carry. He can only teleport you with your normal gear. Tom can teleport shit along with himself.
Oh, I'm going to bull's strength
You
him.
can't. Okay, that would only bring him up to 2 bags because he can only carry 1.
All
And
right.
that's it.
Let's not do that.
Well, why don't I just yank out as many bags as I fucking can? The dragon wakes up and goes, what the shit? And then you immediately teleport us out into the foyer, and I shut that door.
With 1 bag.
I will have... Oh, I'm gonna have to just book it.
Yeah, I would rather us continue to try to sneak back and forth and use teleport as a last resort, but then try to do this mainly using sneaking.
I'm not
And
gonna
sleight of
sneak, I
hand.
can tell you that much.
No, not you.
So-
Me and Qrow.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is a Qrow. This is a Qrow steals dragon treasure mission.
So what would I need to do to help his sleight of hand? Give Keller Cat's Grace?
Cat's Grace.
Okay.
That's gross.
So I'm going to give Keller Cat's Grace, then I'm also going to use another 3rd level spell slot, because I'm all in on this shit.
You're not, John, you're not about to cast 2 concentration spells, are you?
Oh.
Because your
is it?
first one will end.
Oh, it is, you're right.
No, but you can use a 4th level spell to give us both Cat's Grace.
I don't have... Oh, I can actually use a 3rd level spell to give you both. Can I give, do I have to give them both the same thing, Matt?
Yes.
I give them both Cat's Grace.
Nice.
Alright, boys, get in there. If this goes wrong, teleport, I guess.
Yep, that's the plan. Okay.
Alright, you guys are stealthing back in?
Yes.
2 stealth checks with advantage because you're still invisible, right?
That's correct.
And I'm touching them both on their buns for guidance if they need it. I've been moving ever closer to their buns with every guidance.
Just every guidance. It started out on their shoulders, and it's really gotten down there. John, you can't do that. Guidance is concentration.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You're right.
You both do make it without thinking you've awoken the dragon.
That dragon's asleep as fuck. Go, go, go!
Sleight of hand to try to get treasure out from under the dragon.
This is going to be a hard one.
Both of us, correct?
I know. Oh, shit. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Your invisibility ended when you cast Dimension Door.
Dimension Door, I don't believe, is concentration.
It's a spell.
So?
Invisibility ends when you cast a spell.
Yes. Okay.
I don't like that I've had to babysit you twice on spell effects, Tom.
It doesn't matter that you're not invisible, though, because if he wakes up, you're teleporting out anyway.
You guys didn't have advantage on that stealth check, but then you did again from Cat's Grace, so it's not a big deal. So, Tom, you sleight of handed, right? With advantage? So that's a 13 for Tom. Tom, are you inspired?
No.
Why?
Great. This is gonna be great.
I don't believe I can inspire myself.
So you and Qrow sneak up.
Why didn't Qrow do it first? Why didn't
And-
Qrow be the only one who tried to sneak them out?
You both find a bag on opposite sides, like under the dragon's hand. So you're like, if we pull them both out at the same time, it will be like an equal pressure, and he won't notice. So Qrow reaches down, he supports the bag with both of his hands, and with years of assassin's training at the High Templar Academy of the Elves, he slips the bag out as the dragon breathes in, such that the natural force of the dragon puts the hand in. And then Tom just reaches down and grabs the top of a bag and yanks it out. And in slow motion, the dragon's claw, now unsupported beneath it, clicks against the floor, the noise echoing throughout the chamber as Qrow and Lazarus make eye contact. And camera settled on Tom. Behind Qrow, the dragon's gargantuan crimson eye flicks open and peers at you.
I'm watching in from the foyer like,
Oh,
that
shit.
looks dangerous in there, just in case the door closes, so I can book it with this jade and onyx.
Oh, you should probably teleport out of there like diddly
Yeah,
pronto, and if you don't bring the bag, I'm sending you back in.
What are you guys doing? What's your reaction with the lowercase r?
So if I teleport, we only get one bag between us.
Correct. Didn't I already teleport with bags? Yes, but that was the good teleport. You know how it is.
I know how it is.
2 bags is... We don't have time to fight a dragon, so 2 bags is better than inevitable.
They'll get
mayhem.
one bag. They'll get one bag. Keller can't bring a bag with him when he teleports.
Well, Keller could just try and book it with a bag.
Yeah.
If he ain't no bitch.
Well, Keller, how many treasures
I
do you
have
hold?
I have nothing on me. Let's fucking do this. I'm
That's what I'm
running,
talking
baby.
about. Qrow. I start just chanting from the void. Qrow,
Right.
Qrow.
So Keller, you're running, right?
Hell yes.
All right, and Tom, what are you doing?
I'm dimension dooring to the door.
All right.
To the
I
foyer.
reach out for Crow's hand, saying, "Take my hand, I'll take us to the door."
And he is already
And he's
gone.
already gone. No, wait, no.
There's
all right.
there's a dusty jingling as Qrow books it with the bag held in front of him like the hamburger. The dragon rears up its massive crimson wings, creating a vortex of air as molten cracks begin to spread through the eggs throughout the room. The dragon takes in a deep intake of breath and speaks a single word in Draconic. Thoom! As all of the gold bags that are not opened or dispelled have their runes, their Draconic runes on them, slowly begin to start lighting up, including the ones you're carrying. Keller, you can dash, right?
Yes.
You make it all the way to the door carrying your bag, which is growing increasingly hot as the rune begins to glow. And just ahead of you, you see Tom blink into appearance, like stepping out of the dimension before you as his rune is also glowing, tossing the bag from hand to hand, going hot, 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 hot. What do you guys do?
Throw them to me. I'll dispel the magic.
I toss it.
I toss
All right.
bop
All right,
both
you
of them
both
in
throw
midair.
bags of gold at John
I bop both of them in midair
with his
level
pro
3
volleyball
dispel
skills.
magic.
He taps both of them in the air with the exact correct level of dispel magic, 3, and the runes go out. You look at your friends triumphantly, and then the two of you see Cham's face go dark as a wave of heat roils out from behind the two of you. Both of you guys make dexterity saving throws, which
And
you do not have advantage on.
Don't have enhanceability anymore. Listen,
That's not how cancer works. Great. All right, Keller does a forward handspring, lands behind a nearby egg long enough for the fire to wash over, and then dashes towards the door with a cunning dancer's speed. Meanwhile, Tom just gets flame blasted. Sorry, give me 1 second. I just gotta find Ancient Red Dragon. Here we go.
Well, this is happening. I don't give a fuck. I'm fumbling with the lock on these bags because I know what's up.
59 fire damage for you, Tom.
I go to -9 hit points.
You sure don't? You go to 1 hit
That
point.
death ward, baby!
Cham!
Wait, Lazarus had a death ward? I thought Qrow did.
All of us did.
Oh, no.
No, you did.
Yeah,
I
no, I cast a
inspired-
level 5 on him.
Yeah, I inspired
Oh,
you to
okay,
do
yeah,
that
you're
one.
correct. So the fire blasts him out of the room. He goes sailing out, slams into the stone wall, and sinks to the ground, his body crippled and broken and burning. And then slowly the mark of the blue lady, previously hovering above his forehead, like, plops down onto his body, and his limbs, like, uncrack and break, as the smell of cooked flesh fills the room. As a significantly wishes he was dead Lazarus returns to life, like Jesus
More
would
so
do.
than usual.
The door to the dragon room is still open because it's still propped open by stones.
I assume... Qrow, get those stones out of that door!
Well, this is a job for a dwarf, John.
Alright.
High elves don't move rocks.
I have no arms!
I hustle over and just claw with both hands from a position on the floor where I was...
Make a strength check with advantage, John. Just strength. Just roll strength. We're looking for a 14 here. All right.
Yeah.
You, in one mighty dwarvish hurloon, you lift the entire stack of rocks that it took you like 4 trips to make, and with a back-breaking twist, send them flying backwards. Just as the dragon's snapping and gnarling maw slams into the area of the door, bringing you face to face with rows of gnashed teeth, and the door closes.
Oh god, he got close. I'm shaken pretty heavily, but I walk over and cast 2 Cure Wounds on Tom.
So you dispel magic those bags, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you actually get the money out of them. There's 400 gold. There's 200 gold in each of those bags.
If you think Cham Narwhal was not getting gold out of this venture, you're fucking crazy.
7 minutes.
Gain 17 health, Tom, and let's start fucking making Billy big steps towards the front door.
Tom, you got potions?
Yeah, Matt, did my red pots vaporize in the dragon's flame?
Let me make a roll for it.
Why would you say that?
No, they're fine.
Okay, great. Drink my last 2 red pots.
Okay. 4d4 plus 4.
You're actually at
Can I-
18, Tom, because you go back
Plus
to
two,
1
he drank
from the
2.
thing.
Yep.
Can I give him my pots?
Sure.
I also give him my 2 potions.
Just like anybody have a
Fucking boring.
come in.
You did real good, Lazarus. I loved it. That was awesome.
Drink 4, Tom.
Are those just yours?
Yeah, those
Drink
are mine.
another 2
Holy
then.
shit.
No, let him
Rolled
drink,
all
please.
ones on those 4s.
You start
What?
getting a stomach ache, Lazarus.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
it's like pouring in my mouth. Very little of it's actually going into my mouth.
I think we got everything we can get here. Let's get the fuck out of here, seriously.
Hell yeah.
I concur.
We are going through every room as quickly as possible until we reach opposite.
All right. You go backwards into the... What room was before that? The chair room, right?
Chair room.
You go backwards into the chair room. From there, you go backwards into the
sweet room with the skeletons.
the bone room,
That
which
room was
is
so
at
good.
peace at last. There's just some crickets in that room. You go back into the ice room, which has melted and has a big bridge. Do you guys want to try to fight some of the squid monsters or cross across the safe bridge?
Cross across the bridge, I think.
All right, you
cross across the
please.
bridge, but as I'm leaving the room,
Shut up!
I cast a sacred flame at one of them.
You do what?
Cast a sacred flame just down at the water, not even particularly aimed.
All right. Where it disturbs the water, a impossibly large set of teeth chomp at the surface, revealing an eyeless blind horror that shouldn't even be able to fit in that water. And you guys head out through the thing into the lava room, which has since cooled and now has the grate along the edge through the opera.
Oh. Can you make me fly real quick, Tom?
No.
How far down is the stone?
20 feet.
No!
No, I'm thinking if that dragon is only 5 feet under, I can stone shape the shit out of that shit.
Oh,
and
fuck
get to
yeah,
those
yeah.
rubies.
Yes!
Fuck, but how do I get down there?
Uh,
You've
I
got
think the real question is, how do you get back up?
We've got,
no, John, spider climb. I spider climb you.
I climb down with my spider abilities, go to where I remember the dragon had sunk into the lava, and create a 5-foot deep hole to see if the dragon is there.
When you create a 5-foot deep hole, you can see the top of the dragon's head, but you have not quite revealed to the dragon's face.
I don't actually do that because I have no spells. I yell, "Oh shit! Sorry guys, I used up so much juice in that dragon room," and I
God
spider
damn it,
climb back
John.
up to the other side of the room and go out the door.
You spider
before
climb
they
back
can
up.
Get there.
Great. You wind up in the circular room that has a spider at the top of it.
No.
Sneak!
No. I just walk back the other way. I wave non-threateningly at the spider one more time.
All right. The spider tips its little top hat to you. I mentioned the top hat before, right?
Now you're both.
Yeah.
You wind up on the Sen's Fortress bridge.
I got so much health. I just prepare for a slide and hop on.
No. This is the bridge with the swinging axes that you didn't trigger.
Oh.
Fuck.
Slink.
Qrow, can you find those? Can you lead us back across this? I don't want to fucking die.
Do I remember where they are or no?
We could go down and swim across to the
Shut
water.
the fuck up, Lazarus. We got 3 minutes.
Hang on,
You might remember where they are. Roll perception with advantage.
I touch his buns. I'm
you've been through a
firmly
lot
grasping
today.
At this point in the adventure.
All right, yeah, you're good. 27. You remember exactly where they were, and in fact, you just make up a new one on your way, just to keep everyone on their toes.
Slink.
All right, you guys run. It's like run, hop, run, hop, like a little Super Mario quest across the bridge. Back at the door, you open the door. It reveals whatever the first room was. Wait, was that the dragon room? Did I fuck up the order?
No.
We're back in the original room,
This is
right?
the mirror room, Matt.
The mirror room, yes. Into the mirror room. You're gonna pass through the mirror room.
I make a
Yes.
quick perception check for anything glinting and gleaming.
There's a lot of stuff glinting and glimmering over by the mirror area.
Quick, cast detect magic.
I don't have that.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna fucking start grabbing fucking silverware off the table.
There's a minute and a half left.
Yep.
All right.
I got a fistful of forks.
I'm
All right,
spreading around to anything that looks valuable. I'm grabbing.
There-
My arms
Books
are
from
full.
the shelf.
They're
I'm
garbage,
done.
iron, and rare books. How can a book be rare? You can just copy a book. It doesn't make any sense. Once one person has it, they just make it infinite times. All right, and you wind up out on the mansion with flanked on either side by porcelain vases, followed by empty suits of armor, and then there's a piece of rope going down with a grappling hook attached to it. And before you see the filtered light of the swamp outside.
I cast Bless on the entire party, and I cast Enhance ability on myself to give myself the cat's grace and head
Okay.
for the stairs.
All right, you guys are going for the stairs?
I'm going for the
No.
stairs.
I'm going down the road.
And before I do, I toss my pouch with all my loot in it over the No. I give it to Qrow.
Not I
Hold
cast.
this shit.
I spent a 5th level spell to cast fly on myself and fucking fly down.
You could fly!
I could fly the whole time.
60 seconds.
I see him do that
all right.
and just jump off the balcony. I'm like, I can fly too. I remember flight. I can still do it.
God damn
Fly
it.
in your heart.
You crunch into the ground with a sickening thud and take 7 bludgeoning
Even
damage.
with Cat's Grace? No, I don't. I have Cat's Grace.
Yo, you don't? It's 20 feet. You're right. Hey, you got me there. You tap on the ground lightly into a cute little roll, land in a 10-point thing, and then you all sprint for the door.
I have to like lick the back of your hand.
With 30 seconds remaining, the tomb begins to rumble and dust begins to settle down from the ceiling.
Dive out the door.
Hell yeah.
Out the door.
The three of you flee out the door with your ill-gotten riches, clinging to your sacks of idols. Tom with a handful of forks and spoons, as the with a harsh sucking sound and a stony rumble, the Duke's tomb sinks back into the swamp from which it came. This time, leaving not even the faint spire that allowed you to find it. And time.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot.
All right. What's everybody's money count?
I have not been tracking gold, but I will tell you how much treasure
I count us at 2956 gold and 1000 treasure.
I am carrying 800 treasure personally.
I got no treasure.
Tom, John, what treasures are you carrying?
I have a jade idol worth 400 gold in my pouch. I have a ruby worth 250 in my pouch, and I have 5 times 30 onyx beats in my pouch.
All right, Tom, what treasure are you carrying?
I believe I have a ruby skull worth 200. Or perhaps Keller has that.
Didn't John just say he has the ruby?
So the ruby that Keller mage handed, I immediately requested.
Oh, great. Well, there's a $200 treasure list, but I'm not sure what it was.
I don't have any 200s, so...
Well, if you can tell me what it was, you have it.
Oh, I wasn't writing down what any of the... I was just writing notes.
Well, did you find it in the the Jade Idol was in the mirror room.
Uh-huh.
Then after the mirror room came the lake.
I took
Sense
something out of the
Fortress.
dragon's mouth, and I don't have that written down.
The dragon's mouth was 300 gold.
Yeah,
The dragon's mouth was just gold, John. There were rubies in the eyes that you didn't get.
Yes.
Okay.
How much?
Then
are
there
those
was
worth?
there was Sen's Fortress, and then the rubies were I think 200 each. Then there's Sen's Fortress. Then there was the ice, neither of which yielded any treasure for you guys.
Right.
There was the dragon room. There was the mirror room, which had the jade idol. Dragon room had no treasure. There's the tomb room, which yielded a bone shield that gives you immunity to poison, necrotic, and cold damage.
Cool.
And it's a +1 shield.
Wow.
And it can be used as spellcasting focus for necromancy class wizards.
Good. Get
But it's not a +1 spellcasting focus. I know that's confusing.
Well then I do not have a 2.
Well, wait. Let's keep going. There was the ruby skull.
Uh-huh.
That was powering the bone grinder, and the bone monster didn't drop any items of value. He dropped gold. He was gold. After that was the throne room, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah,
Where you got
$50
5
with
onyx beetles.
150 or 250 things of onyx.
5
5 that were worth 30 each, right?
Yeah, hundo 50.
Yeah.
150 things of onyx. After which was the Dragon's room, where you just got a bunch of gold.
Where we got 6 times 200 gold. Okay.
So 3756.
3756.
I feel pretty good about that. I don't know about you guys.
I do wish Tom hadn't typed it into the chat in the group that we're going to be playing with the other guys. But I will hit the reset chat button, but I believe it only clears it for me. Can you guys see the chat log? Did it just get cleared?
Yeah, we can see it.
Easy, cleared. All right. That's the Duke's tomb. You guys return as heroes to the Count of Monte Cristo, who gives you a little bit of shit for not having defeated the Lich, and you all share a knowing look. You're like, "That's the Count. What a dick." He, of course, takes his 70% of the treasure, as was the deal.
What a douche.
And you guys are left with 30%. But of course, tomorrow is the meeting with the king that was the true reward for pleasing the count. And finally, you'll be able to ask for his aid in your lifelong quest.
That's right.
And now your characters cease to exist forever, because we're
Hooray!
done.
Okay, so what did we miss?
What did you miss?
Yeah.
A small amount of gold from leaving enough tombs alive to just feed a bunch of skeletons to the grinder.
Yep.
Not worth.
The eyes in the statues.
Yep.
What statues?
The lava statue.
Oh, just that one.
The No, the spider, I didn't have anything. He was just a friend.
I knew it. I knew it all along.
The spider was just a little friend. Both bodies of water had a small amount of treasure at the bottom of them, not
Fuck
gold.
that.
Right. Right. Fuck, that is correct. I mean, there are also, like, let's see, you guys went to 1, 2, 3, 4 designed rooms and 4 interstitial rooms. So there are still 22 rooms in the dungeon you guys didn't see.
Cool.
Plus the Lich.
There was about a 0% chance of killing the Lich, right?
The Lich encounter is,
How many rooms were we from Lich in that bitch?
the Lich is 10 rooms in.
Okay.
You were infinite rooms away from the Lich.
Okay.
The Lich encounter is, like, you get some treasure and fight a and then you kill the skeleton and get some treasure, and he reforms as, like, a not shitty skeleton, and then you kill him and he just gets harder and harder and harder infinitely.
Oh, that's fun.
And then you leave when you're satisfied or about to die?
Yeah, which is pretty fast, because he gets magic pretty quick.
Word. Can I dispel magic on him?
I mean, you can spell magic on a Lich, but it just doesn't do anything.
Word.
And it'll end his buffs.
I feel... That was... Well, regardless of how I feel about the results, that was super fun. Thank you very
That was
much,
very
man.
fun.
Yeah, I was impressed by your guys' performance. You decided to fight the bone horror, which was good, because if you had spent that much time in the room and then left the bone horror, that would have been a...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At this point, there better be trash. Also, God bless Mage Hand, but I think Keller could have probably just shot the ruby off with an arrow and disabled everything also.
But Keller's so good at destroying skulls with those arrows. What if he shoots it at the ruby skull?
No!
God
I guess you'd make him
damn
roll
it.
for damage on it, right?
Yeah, but it probably wouldn't kill it.
We could put like some padding on the... Never mind!
Fucking forks.
Alright.
The forks are worth nothing. They're well-shined iron. Now, the forks in the mirror room, also worth nothing.
Good.
Well, please kill Eli, Chris, and Lance to death.
Yeah, I mean, they could very well choose different branches from you and see a very different dungeon.
Were any
Yeah.
of the branches that we didn't choose filled with significantly more treasure?
Let me take a look. I actually, the layout of the dungeon is pseudo-random. It's not random on a per-player basis. It's the same dungeon every time, but I wrote all the rooms and then randomized their positions.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. 12, 9, 1, 17, 15, 7, 4, 8. 12, 9, 1, 17...
Oh, who was the skeleton room? Who made that?
Me.
That was
Yeah.
sick, dude. That room was
That's
so
a fucking.
good for me.
That was a mat room up and down.
9 had a lot of treasure and was actually it's actually kind of too easy. 14
Which one was
sucks. You're glad you didn't go into 9 or 14. 9, I can't tell you about 9 because the other people might go into it, and I really want it to be a surprise.
Well, we're not gonna fucking
guys,
tell them about
or
it.
you guys when you hear about what they went through in 9.
Okay. All right.
No, not too much. So, be a little behind the scenes stuff. There is a hard and fast bottom and top end for how much treasure a room can contain. That the dragon and bone rooms both break that rule because
Nice.
they both count as more than one room, because their one room So the dragon is one room, that's the stealth puzzle that gives up to 800 gold, and then it's a second room that is a mini boss. Just like the bone, so it's only physically one room, but it is mathed as two rooms.
God, if we could have gotten just a whole big bunch of those treasures, of those gold
Fat,
sacks.
fat fingers, Jesus Christ.
But I didn't have enough dispel magic to dispel any more bags than that with my volleyball
'cause-
skills.
Oh,
so-
but I got rolls for days.
When you wake the dragon up, any bags that are still sealed explode
Yeah, I
after
could-
2 rounds.
I could
and
tell
it
that gold was
destroys-
going away, and I needed it.
Yeah.
It destroys the gold and does, I think, 8d6 damage.
Jesus.
Keller not getting blasted by that fire was so important.
I knew he wouldn't.
Every time he opened a bag, it was just like the heat of the sun, and he pointed an inch away from his face, and he was like, "Oh, it's fine."
Just push it away with my big toe.
Well, that's what they teach you in Assassin Academy.
All right.
Usually. God damn.
Fuck.
job,
But now my
everybody.
life feels empty. What do I do now? Oh, fuck yeah. All right. Well,
Channel into some poetry, John.
I actually do have to write a poetry. Yeah.
One poetry.
I got some starter lines.
Nice.
Phew. All right, I'm going to go eat food for the first time today.
Hell yeah.
I did that during the pee break.
Thanks for being my champions, you two.
Hey,
You are welcome.
anytime.
Hell yeah.
GG's, boys.
I'll catch y'all
GG's,
later.
boys.
GG's, thanks for joining me. Get the fuck out of my Discord.